If you're a landlord who's suffering because of the effects of the Section 24 tax rules, you may have considered incorporating your properties into a limited company to take advantage of the different tax rules. The problem is that if you incorporate property into a company, it is considered to be a market value sale. In other words, to incorporate the property, the Inland Revenue will calculate the value of the property at market value, and you will need to pay capital gains tax as calculated depending on your situation when you bought it and what you can claim for. Plus you will need to pay stamp duty at the prevailing rate, plus you will need to pay the 3% stamp duty surcharge. And for portfolio landlords, this can add up to a lot of money. However, there is another way where you can avoid paying capital gains tax and stamp duty, but it is a 2 or 3 step process. The first is to actually create a limited liability partnership. For this, there needs to be 2 or more partners, which can be a husband and wife, life partner, family, whatever, but it needs to have 2 or more partners, of course, because it is a partnership. And there is something, there are rules with regards to the conditions to ensure that you are not exploiting the rules. So the main 4 are: you must be 2 or more people working together with a view to making a profit. In other words, you need to demonstrate that you are running your property portfolio as a business. It must be a true and genuine business and not just a sham, to use the word that is referred to. So you must demonstrate that it is an actual working business. You must be active in the business. It can't just be a passive income, because that is considered to be an investment. They define this that you spend around 20 hours a week or more working on your business. But if you have a managing agent, those hours that are dedicated to managing your property by your agent can also contribute to the total of 20 hours. So unlike standard incorporation where you have the market value disposal, capital gains tax at market value, plus stamp duty and stamp duty surcharge, if you incorporate into a limited liability partnership, you avoid that for the time being, plus you also avoid the need to refinance at this point because the properties still remain on your name. Whereas if you move them direct into a limited company, you have to refinance and you have to get a buy-to-let mortgage in the limited company. This was brought in because of a legal case back in 2013, Ramsey versus HMRC. I suggest you look it up, and it's actually called incorporation relief. So a good accountant should be able to help you with this. After 3 years, and I believe that it needs to be at least 3 years, you can then incorporate the limited liability partnership into a limited company without paying stamp duty. However, at that point, you would also need to refinance because then the mortgages would need to be in the name of the company. As always, I'm only referring some information to you based on my own experience and experience with clients. You must get professional advice in order to proceed with anything along these lines, but as it stands, you are able to incorporate a portfolio into a limited company, albeit that it will take at least 3 years, and it is a 2-step process. Limited liability partnership, demonstrate that it's genuine, and then after 3 years, the limited liability partnership can be incorporated into a company. I am aware of 1 or 2 accountants who specialise in this. I can't I can't comment how good they are, but they do seem to know everything about this. So if you are considering incorporating and you're looking for an accountant, please feel free to let me know. I can always point you their way, and of course ask your own accountant and get advice. But keep in mind that this requires an accountant who specialises in property. Many accountants won't really be 100% knowledgeable on the ins and outs of incorporating property, and one mistake could cost you a lot of money. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, as always, contact me anytime, and I'll see you in the next video.